The real pain of rejection in relationships has nothing to do with who you truly are. It has everything to do with the image of yourself that you've unknowingly built and believed. Most people don't suffer because they were rejected. They suffer because they took that rejection as proof that something is wrong with them. But here is the hidden truth. The world doesn't respond to your essence. It responds to your identity, the story you carry about who you think you are. And life doesn't always show you love when you want it. It shows you the patterns you still carry, until you finally see them and transform. Rejection, then, isn't personal. It's a mirror. It reflects not your soul, but the mask you've worn to be accepted. When you enter relationships hoping to be chosen, you've already declared, unconsciously, that you aren't whole on your own. And from that moment, you relate not from truth, but from desire, from lack, from need. So you shape yourself. You become more agreeable. You hide your depth. You mute your truth, just enough to be safe. And when the other person pulls away, it feels like a part of you has been erased. But that's the illusion. Because what really happened is this. Life exposed the identity you created to survive, not to punish you, but to set you free from it. Many people stay stuck in this loop for years, trying to become enough for the ones they love while slowly forgetting who they are without that need. Until one day they no longer believe they can be loved without pretending. In this video, we'll bring light to all of this. We'll uncover the truth behind rejection. Not to blame others, not to protect your ego, but to remember who you are. Because when you stop identifying with the one who isn't enough, you no longer chase acceptance. You carry presence. You move with quiet power. You become the one who chooses, not the one who begs to be chosen. Rejection is not the real wound. The real wound is forgetting who you are. You see, as long as you believe you are merely this body, as long as you think your thoughts, your face, your emotions, or your past define you, you are living inside an illusion, a small self-image shaped by fear and separation. And from that illusion, life reflects limitation back to you. You begin to only attract people who confirm what you already believe, that love must be earned, that you are not enough, that someone outside must choose you for you to feel whole. This is not just emotional pain, it is a distortion of perception. The Hermetic teachings, an ancient system of esoteric wisdom attributed to Hermes Trismegistus and foundational to Western mysticism, reveal a key principle. As within, so without. This means the world you see is not happening to you. It is happening through you. Your external life is a mirror shaped by your internal identity. Now here is the turning point. There are two ways of seeing yourself and the world. One is through separation, through the belief that what you want is outside of you. In this view, you see love in others, power in achievement, beauty in appearance, truth in ideologies. You become a seeker, chasing what you believe you lack. But no matter how much you chase, it never truly satisfies, because the seeker can never become the source. This way of seeing is born from identifying with form, the body, the mind, the role. And as long as you live from that, you will always feel incomplete. The second way of seeing is the way of truth, a way that begins not in desire, but in awakening. If you realize that everything you've ever wanted, love, clarity, worth, power, already exists within you, then the seeking ends, and life itself begins. Because if you see beauty, love, or power as something outside of you, you give your power away. But when you recognize that all of these qualities arise from within, you no longer wait to be chosen. You become the source, because what you are seeking is already what you are. And when you live from this truth, everything changes. You stop repeating the old identity. You stop shrinking in the face of rejection. You stop trying to be enough. Because now you move not from hunger, but from wholeness. Now let's go deeper. Let's ask the question at the centre of all transformation. What is the truth that frees you from the illusion of self-image? Here it is. You are not your name, not your past, not your body, not your thoughts, not your feelings. You are the awareness in which all of these arise and dissolve, the silent presence behind every experience, the stillness that never leaves, no matter how loud the mind becomes. You are not the one being judged. You are the space in which judgment appears and disappears. You are not the character in the story. You are the screen on which the entire story unfolds, untouched, unshaken, eternal. This is not an abstract idea. This is your essence. This is pure consciousness. The only reality that cannot be rejected, cannot be lost, and does not depend on anyone's approval to exist. And once you live from this place, you don't need to fight for love. You don't need to perform for belonging. You simply choose from clarity, from peace, from power. Because everything is already happening within you. And that is where the real transformation begins. Let's be clear about one thing. Living from truth is not a mental trick. It's not a one-time affirmation. It's not one of those empty techniques that might give you a result once and then fail again and again. This is a way of living, a path of remembrance, a return, moment by moment, to what is real. Because the truth is not fragile. The truth is not hit or miss. The truth transforms you from the inside out when you live it. When you commit to knowing yourself as the one true consciousness and remain loyal to that knowing, especially when the world appears to reflect something else, everything changes. At first, the mind will resist. It will whisper, "No, you're just that lonely boy no one wants. You're the one who always gets left behind. You're not good looking enough. You don't have money. Of course they rejected you." These voices feel personal, but they are not you. They are echoes, imprints, illusions that your mind has learned to repeat from a past that no longer exists. Their only purpose is to keep you in the same loop, the same fear, the same false identity. But you are not those thoughts. You are not a body with lack. You are not a character in pain. You are the pure, limitless consciousness behind it all. You are the still light that no rejection can touch. You are the chooser of your reality. And when you truly know this, rejection begins to fade. Not because people suddenly change, but because you have changed the mirror they reflect in. You become the one who no longer seeks, the one who chooses with presence, with clarity, with knowing. So here is a simple practice, one that isn't a trick, but a tool of remembrance. Each morning, sit in stillness. Close your eyes, breathe gently. Feel into the silence behind your thoughts. Rest in it, even for a minute. When the mind speaks old lies, observe without reaction. Don't fight the voice. Just ask gently, who is aware of this thought? The one who observes is free from the thought. Place your attention in your chest, not your head. Feel the calm presence within. Say softly within, "I am not the seeker. I am the source." Throughout the day, remember, whatever happens outside is happening within your field of awareness. What you see is your world. What you embody is what life mirrors. End your day by writing one sentence. Today, I remembered who I truly am. Even if for only 1 second, that moment was real. Over time, this practice becomes more than a ritual. It becomes a new center of gravity. And from that center, rejection no longer defines you. You become a quiet force. Those who once overlooked you begin to notice you. But by then, you no longer need their attention, because you already are the light they were always looking for.